now for 5 insightful minutes is Ben Miller, the VP of Original Content and Strategy for Shoptalk and Groceryshop. Ben is here to give us a preview of the upcoming Shoptalk Fall and Groceryshop events. Okay, Ben, let's start with this. Shoptalk Fall, it's coming up fast in mid-September. What are you expecting to be the main topics of conversation?
And there's two themes that are emerging above all others, and that's tariffs and AI. And of course, we're going to be covering both extensively. AI use cases, deep dive sessions, and on tariffs, as well as some of the practical implications, we've also added a 2-day full track with senior speakers talking about leadership in times of turmoil and talking about agility. So that's new for this show, and that's going to be really, really interesting. But look, it's not just about tariffs and AI. We're going to be covering so much more. So there are sessions on merchandising, we've got tracks on loyalty, we've got tracks on brand building. So lots and lots to cover, including the deep dive on tariff and AI.
What about Groceryshop here at the end of the month? What should we expect at that show?
Yeah, look, Groceryshop can be slightly different. Because it's global in focus, whereas Shoptalk Fall is a lot more about the US market. And also we can be really sector specific around grocery and CPG. So we can really hone in on the big questions for that sector. And for us, that's around digital demand creation and how you move volume in the market at the moment. It's about efficiency. So it's an incredibly efficient industry as it is, running away for thin margins, but the pressure is there to make even more efficiency gains, and technology is the only route to do that. So how are we going to do that? And then of course there's retail media. It sits across all the conversations between retailers and brands at the moment. We've got to face into it, but yeah, what does good look like? What does the future look like? And how do you get the best out of your investment? And then consumer attitudes, about GLP-1, about drugs, but also about the potential MAHA, Make America Healthy Again moment, and some of the intervention that we've seen from governments.
Ben, I noticed you didn't say AI. Is AI not impacting the grocery industry to the same degree?
Absolutely far from it. So how we're tackling that at Groceryshop this year, because we've got a very focused audience, we can go into a bit more detail, and we're launching something brand new. So we're launching something that we call the Test Kitchen. It's a series of smaller, practical, interactive sessions focused on specific technology use cases. So you can learn from industry experts and practitioners on topics from SEO strategies in an AI world through to AI tools for forecasting and inventory management. And we've also got some specific sessions that aren't about AI. For example, data and measurement capabilities for retail media. So really new and getting to that extra level of granular detail that our attendees are requesting of us.
Okay, Ben, I have to know, who are the headliners at both Groceryshop and Shoptalk Fall?
At Fall, we've got some great senior speakers, the likes of Home Depot, Amazon, Walmart and Sam's Club, Coles, AliExpress, Wayfair. And then Groceryshop, you've got that mix of retailers and CPGs. So retailers include Whole Foods, Sam's Club, Kroger, H-E-B, Deleuze, and keynotes of the CEOs of Sprouts and Lidl. And I know we've got a great interviewer lined up for Sprouts keynote. And then CPGs, Mars Wrigley, Unilever, Danone, Nestle, Coca. I could go on. We've got over 250 fantastic speakers.
Yeah, I'm really excited to interview Jack Sinclair, the CEO of Sprouts, on stage. Thanks for that opportunity too, Ben. All right, any key differences you'd like to call out compared to what people are used to seeing at both these shows?
Yeah, look, we're always innovating and we're excited about some of the new things we're doing. The biggest change is Shoptalk Fall. So Shoptalk Fall this year, Chicago, 17 through 19 September. That's a Wednesday to Friday show. And we're starting the show this year to really showcase the fantastic retail in Chicago by our largest ever program of Shop Walk. That's our guided store visits. They're taking place on the Wednesday morning and into the early afternoon before the content and opening keynotes then kick off on the Wednesday afternoon. That means the Thursday and Friday are going to be two really full days. The Friday is probably the busiest and fullest day of them all. So when you're booking your travel, please don't book an early flight on the Friday, because there'll be an awful lot going on throughout that Friday. Groceryshop is 28th September through to 1st of October. That's a Sunday afternoon start with content, keynotes, and the test kitchen through to a Wednesday wrap. So again, make sure you're there. There's going to be a lot of great parties and things happening on the Sunday evening. So Sunday through Wednesday for grocery.
Ben, how do our listeners get tickets to both events?
Yeah, look, tickets are available on the Shoptalk website now. Prices increase as availability goes down, so pays to plan and book early. For your listeners who take part in our hosted program, that's the free tickets for qualifying retailers and consumer brands, where we support travel as well. The deadlines are quickly approaching. So 25th of August is the hosted deadline for Shoptalk Fall, and 5th of September for Grocery Shop. So if you want to take part in that program, get your application in soon. But look, we want to support all the listeners to the podcast. So therefore, we are sharing 20% discount links to all listeners, to all Omni Talk listeners. You need to use specific links for them, so they're going to be in the show notes for this episode.
Wow, 20% off. Thanks, Ben. For those that want to hear more insights from Ben, you can tune in next week when Ben will also be guest hosting our weekly Fast Five podcast. So tune in for that.